Are we back? Okay, seems like we're back. Guys, this is it. Like, look at this. How do you explain this? Like, this is what happened. This is it, right? So you can see there in the bottom, oh, in the left, on the left side, you can see that I'm streaming. You can also see that there are 0 drop frames, like nothing. But look at my Twitch. How the fuck do you explain that? Wombats, yeah, you and me both, bro. You and me both. Yeah, but Cortexoid, what packet loss? I mean, because packet loss, OBS usually shows you when it experiences packet loss. So if you're not, if you're, because what happens on OBS is you connect to your Twitch key, which basically connects you to the Twitch server. So OBS, as soon as like your stream doesn't reach the Twitch servers, OBS starts dropping frames. That green box that you see on the left-hand side, that's my second monitor. It's smaller than the main monitor. As soon as that starts dropping frames, it will turn yellow or red. Red is when it's super bad. Yellow is when it's kind of wonky. And you see those dropped frames over there? That'll go up. So it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever percentage of drop frames. That's not what's happening here at all. It's saying we good, bro. Like we just streaming over here. And Twitch is saying, no, we're not. Twitch gateway and the streaming server. It's possible. It's possible. Anything is possible. I mean, I don't know what the fuck this is. I genuinely don't. I just know that it is super fucking annoying. Anyways, I do apologize. Let's go again here.
Xianch actually tried to corrupt the lion and sent his most powerful demon, Kairos, to corrupt him. Kairos knows all futures and all pasts. He stood before the lion and didn't find a single thing he could say in any future or past that would corrupt him. The lion then killed him, saying, "Loyalty is its own reward."
But this is exactly... So this just proves my point even more. Thanks for the 1,000 bits. Really appreciate that, Heathen. This just proves it even more. If the lion was made the War Master, none of the heresy stuff would ever have happened. It is just not possible. It would not have happened. Loyalty is its own reward. It means the lion didn't want for anything. He didn't need anything. He had full control of all of his emotions. He was who he was, and he wasn't sorry about it. He didn't worry about it. It is fucking nuts, bro. The Emperor made a huge mistake not making the Lion War Master. I think the Emperor may have been deceived. I know it's going to sound crazy to you guys, but if I listen to Major Kill, it seems like the Emperor had most of these visions while working with Malkador, right? Now, Malkador, from what I understand, he wasn't a god. Malkador was the Emperor's friend, but he wasn't a god. It is possible that while the Chaos Gods couldn't gain access to the Emperor, they did gain access to Malkador. Not insofar as Malkador serving the Chaos Gods. No, I believe Malkador did indeed serve the Emperor. But insofar as this Zeech had the ability to influence the visions that Malkador and the Emperor saw. It's possible, no?
The Dark Angels, no. Horus literally did everything he could to get them out of the way and delay them. He sent them across the galaxy before the heresy, then he sent the Night Lords to slow them down. In response, the Dark Angels were able to ambush the Night Lords. Yes, they ambushed the Ambusher Legion, and they killed a shitload of them.
Well, Malkador held off all 4 Chaos Gods for hours before he died. He alone against all their power.
Yeah, it was on the throne, right? When he took the throne, while the Emperor went off to fight Horus. Yeah, but like I said, I don't think that Malkador fell to chaos. I think Malkador was very strong, and he most likely did corrupt them. But the whole point is, you have something like Zeech. Now, Zeech is, I mean, he's a master manipulator. So all he has to do is manipulate it a little bit. So he couldn't make it too obvious. So he couldn't tell the Emperor, these are the guys that's going to fall or anything like that, because the Emperor would be like, I don't trust that at all. He couldn't tell the Emperor, he couldn't show the Emperor a vision that no one should be the War Master, because the Emperor would probably not trust that either. But he changed the vision just enough to where the vision said, whoever you make War Master will fall to chaos. And that was enough for the Emperor to be like, okay, not the Lion. Anyone else but not the Lion. But then someone in chat actually said something that is also, you should probably keep that in mind too. Because the Emperor didn't make the Lion War Master, that made the Lion incorruptible. So maybe before the Lion became War Master, there were elements of his character that could be corrupted. But because he had to deal with that rejection, and he had to figure out, okay, my father rejected me. He didn't make me War Master. I have to get over this. I can't just turn against him. That allowed him to harden the last few cracks that would have potentially been there. So that is also possible, right?
Effectively sidelining them for the rest of the heresy. The Lion was also able to beat Conrad in a clean 1v1, despite Conrad's ability to see the future. The Lion had this uncanny ability with his sword, subconsciously changing his strokes mid-strike, which fucked with Conrad's foresight. Even Sanguinius was unsure if he would be able to beat Conrad, but the Lion just like straight up did. With the Night Lords out of the way, Horus had to pray that the Mega Warp Storm, cutting the galaxy in half, would be enough to hold them back. It was effective, but the Lion decided to destroy pretty much every traitor world while he waited for the chance to breach the storm and reach Terra. Not only did that fuck with the traitor supply lines of recruits, but it also meant they had virtually no strongholds to retreat to. This is why the traitor legions suffered so many casualties on their way back to the Eye of Terror. If they had their homeworlds intact, maybe they could have mounted a defense and counterattack, but instead they had to leg it into the vicious and unknown territory of the Eye. When Horus discovered the Lion was only weeks away from Terra, he shat himself. If the Lion arrived, the siege would end in the Imperium's victory. Now think about all that, and then remember, he had this much of an impact on the heresy.
It's that kind of thing, you think I'm trapped in here with you, but you're trapped in here with me. That's the Lion. It's like, yeah, we'll trap him on the other side of the galaxy. Fuck him. He won't be able to do anything. And he's like, all right, bitch, all your homes are mine now. I'm just destroying all of it now. And the and the chaos Astartes is like, oh shit, that was a bad idea. There was a convo between the Emperor and the Lion after Horus is made War Master, where the Emperor convinces the Lion that Horus was only made War Master as an empty title and Lion doesn't need one. Cortex Droid, yeah, we already discussed that. But still, you know, for the Lion, it must have been like it must have been some kind of catalyst for him to grow as a person, or the Emperor was lied to. It's one of those two things.
Despite losing over 50,000 Marines just before it started, he was sent out of the way, then attacked by the Night Lord's Legion and was stuck behind a warp storm. With them being so powerful, it's only fitting that the Lion and the Dark Angel's demise would not come from Xenos or other legions, but the Dark Angels itself. On his return to Caliban, the Lion was ambushed by fallen Dark Angels, being put into a coma at the heart of the Dark Angel's main ship. A coma he remains in to this day, but I believe won't last much longer. With the loss of their Primarch, the Dark Angels did unravel a bit. Their secrecy became a negative, as the shame of their own Legion brothers betraying the Lion shook them to their core. So whilst they may not be likable as a chapter, they are still wildly powerful, and if the Lion returns, unites the Dark...
They're the guys who don't want anyone to know that their brothers fell to chaos, because they don't want to be suspected of having fallen to chaos. It's them, the Dark Angels. Yeah. Okay.
Archangel's successors and combines them with the Fallen, he'll have a legion of angels numbering in the hundreds of thousands, a force that would shake the galaxy, either acting as salvation to mankind or as a challenge to Gilliman's rule. This is why I'm so keen for the Lion's return. It wouldn't just be this boon for the Imperium, it would create a complicated, delicate situation. Maybe he even creates his own mini Imperium on the dark side of the galaxy. Regardless, the Lion and his Dark Angels were the best legion. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then Patreon is the place to be, where there is not only a slap load of nude cosplays, but also a boatload of Battlemace 40 million hentai. Hit the subscribe button and hit the real subscribe button for more dark content. Join the Discord for more memes and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Dude, what a badass fucking legion. What a badass legion. All right, I like this. I enjoyed this. Thank you very much, Ethan, for suggesting this. I think... Okay, no. I'm still a girly man first.
But there is more to it. After the heresy, dozens of new chapters got called because there was very small signs of connections to traitors. The Dark Angels were forced into their hard secrecy.
Yeah. I mean, yes and no, because their secrecy, from what I can gather, has also become a bit of a problem.
You liked this? Can I bribe you again?
Yeah, of course you can, Heathen. Of course you can. I'm still, I think, on the side of Rabute Gilliman, but I don't think it's going to create a very delicate situation if the Lion finally wakes up. Because if the Lion is actually as powerful as he seems... wait, let me first ask you guys this. The Dark Imperium